yeah, before we get into our film review, there is a topic I do want to talk about today. So kind of broke like right after we went off the air. And it is that Cowboys players say their coaches are totally unprepared and just aren't good at their jobs. And man, oh man, this is the second bad report we're getting of Mike McCarthy as a head coach. And now we have to start wondering, does he need to go? I think he does. I think this was a bad hire right from the jump. I mean, Mike McCarthy, did everybody forget about that article that was released like last year? Here it is, where a lot of people that the Packers never really liked Mike McCarthy, and a lot of anonymous players came out and would say that he would be getting massages in his office instead of practicing with the team. And it was just truly bizarre, like all these accusations that came out against Mike McCarthy. And, he's got one ring to show for it. He's got some decent records, but he played with Aaron Rodgers. And now we have to start thinking, did Aaron Rodgers carry Mike McCarthy? Kind of like, the Tom Brady, Bill Belichick kind of dispute, who's carrying who. We will get into that in just a second, but let's keep it here with Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers for just another second. I mean, where's the actual quote here? I thought I had it teed up. 1 second. It's yeah, right here. Mike McCarthy would sometimes skip the final weekly meeting on a Saturday before a game and instead would be up in his office getting a massage. I mean, folks, a lot of players claim this. Mike McCarthy never denied this either. He just kind of went around it. He was like, I wouldn't even know where to start and to stop with the article. So Mike McCarthy never flat out came out and be like, no, I never got a massage. And there's a lot of people that were also coming out and was like, where is it? It's right here. He talked to one of the players that Mike McCarthy coached while he was in Green Bay, and the player was like, yeah, that's kind of weird that, I mean, this was kind of like an open secret. It's kind of bizarre that Mike McCarthy would deny that he wasn't getting those massages when it was widely known around the organization in the locker room that that's exactly what he was doing. So, I mean, then we have to kind of go and what are the Cowboys saying? And now they're saying that the Cowboys coaches are totally unprepared. And yeah, if you're missing, the last practice before games getting a massage, you are going to be totally unprepared and just not good at their job. So, I mean, this Mike McCarthy thing is still staying with them. The players that he is coaching are saying that he's not good. He's unprepared. He's getting massages. He's not even being with the team. And then we get what Aaron Rodgers said about Mike McCarthy. Now, we really have to kind of take what Aaron Rodgers says as kind of fact. I don't want to say we have to blindly trust him, but if we're going to decide, are we going to trust words that are coming out of Aaron Rodgers' mouth, a potential GOAT, you can make the argument that he is the greatest quarterback of all time, or Mike McCarthy, who hasn't shown anything in his coaching career besides coaching, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. So, I mean, who are we going to really kind of believe here? So, Aaron Rodgers goes and says that, Mike has a low football IQ and that it's one of the lowest IQs of any coach he had, if not the lowest IQ coach that Aaron Rodgers has ever had. So we really have to start taking all these quotes, these allegations. We had to kind of take it with a grain of salt. Now, when this Green Bay story broke, and this broke, April 4th, 2019. So this was last year. But we had to, kind of take everything that was mentioned in this article, what Aaron Rodgers said. We had to really take that with a grain of salt. But now that Mike McCarthy's on another team, and these same kind of reports are just starting his first year, and he was with Green Bay for, about 10 years. I mean, he was there for a long time. So to keep that under wraps and then all that kind of leaking out when he got fired, but now it's starting to come out his first year with the Cowboys, we kind of have to start thinking that Mike McCarthy might not be that good of a coach. And I think that's a solid observation. I mean, look what he's doing to this Cowboys team. They are so talented. And let's, forget that Dak Prescott got injured. This literally just happened, 2 weeks ago. So they only played one full game without Dak Prescott. And then he went down like late third quarter in week 6 where he got injured. Or week 5. So this really has nothing to do with, oh, their quarterback was out. They had no. They were still trash before then. They were giving up they were in big deficits, down 20 plus points, and they weren't scoring until like the third quarter when the game was already out of reach. They were getting behind early. So this is not good, not a good look for Mike McCarthy. And I think we have to start believing Aaron Rodgers that he has a low football IQ and that he was getting massages instead of practicing with the team. And this totally unprepared comment, I mean, it really just speaks so much of what Mike McCarthy is as a coach, and he's not a good coach. I mean, when, everybody liked to make fun of Jason Garrett for, just clapping on the sideline, but Mike McCarthy's not doing anything on the sideline, and it's hard to even judge if he's even talking because he's got the mask on. I think he's just standing on the sideline like this the entire 60 minutes. I don't think he's talking at all. I don't think he's talking. Until I can see his lips moving without the mask, I think he's just standing there on the sideline. So he's totally unprepared, not good at his job, losing record with a talented offense. They got Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb and Ezekiel Elliott. Yes, Ezekiel Elliott is fumbling, but I mean, that's coaching, fumbling, turnovers. That is a result of poor coaching, not taking that accountability. So really, I mean, everything points the score, the stories that broke with Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, a fantastic quarterback, doesn't like a head coach. When has that ever? I mean, you don't see Tom Brady speaking out against Bill Belichick now that, he left. I mean, that just doesn't happen. So we really have to start saying that Mike McCarthy is not a good coach, and I really think we have to cut him. I would cut him this year, halfway through. I don't care if we already guaranteed him money through his contract. I don't care. We have to get this out of the locker room. It's poisoning the locker room. I mean, these reports are just coming out 6 weeks into his first season with the team. There's a lot of adversity that this team does have to overcome. Dak being out, the bad record, the poor defense. Yes, that all needs to kind of be, all those things are, definitely fueling these comments and these fires, but it's not a good look. He's got to go. If I was Jerry Jones, I would just cut it. I would cut it. I already knew. I already had like an idea, some rumors of what happened in Green Bay, and now I'm seeing in Dallas his first year. I've got to cut it loose because now it's starting to be all right. Those rumors are actually truths, and I'm not getting into a 10-year relationship with Mike McCarthy if he's just going to totally destroy the locker room, and we're going to have to rebuild and waste this talent that we do have on the offensive side of the ball. All right, and so I mean, Mike McCarthy's really got to go. I think he should be on the hot seat. He should be on the hot seat with Adam Gase. These two should be the next two coaches fired, in my opinion. Adam Gase really should have been fired 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago, 14 years ago, really before. I don't know who gave him his first head coaching job or his first job coaching football, but they need to be talked to, and we need to go back in time and fix that mistake. But I definitely think Mike McCarthy needs to go as well. These reports are just coming out. We'll know more, and I think these are totally legit based on what happened in Green Bay. All right, and I do just want to just put focus on how well that Bill Belichick is doing without his best quarterback, Aaron or Tom Brady, having to bring in Cam Newton. Their defense is still good. The Patriots still really have a good shot of winning a game anytime. So I mean, that just speaks to how well a good coach of Bill Belichick is compared to what Mike McCarthy is going through. That's just what I kind of want to highlight a little bit.